this video, we will learn how to search, sort, and paginate using Laravel and MongoDB. Before we start building the app, I would like to remind you that this video can be combined with other videos. So if you want to use Laravel with any of these front-end frameworks or Laravel with MongoDB or MySQL, I provided some links in the description of this video, and if you don't want to combine them, don't worry, the combinations are optional. Also, make sure to check scalablescripts.com. Now let's start building the app. Now let's start creating the app. Click documentation and we will install Laravel via Composer. I will copy this code and I will create a project Laravel search Mongo. So the project is being created. Now let's wait till it's completed. So the project is created. I will open it with my IDE and I'm using PHP Storm. And now let's start the app using PHP Artisan Serve. So this will run on port 8000 and this is our running app. Now let's connect with the database. So to connect with the database, I already have MongoDB installed, and I will connect with MongoDB, and I will just put localhost and the port, type OK, and this will connect with Mongo. If you are not using PHP Storm, you can use any other tool to connect with Mongo. So we connected with the database, and now to connect Laravel with the database we need another package. So go to GitHub and search Laravel MongoDB, and this is a package that we need to install. So we need to install this package using this command, but first let me go down. Make sure to install the requirements. I don't know where is it. Here. So here you need to install the MongoDB PHP driver on your machine if you haven't installed it yet. So I'm using Mac OS, and I used this sudo pekl install MongoDB, and this solved my installation problem. So once you install everything, copy this composer require, and I'll open a new tab and install this package. So the package is installed. Now go down and we need to add in the database this configuration. I'll copy this and go to database, not here, config database. And here we will add the MongoDB configuration. So we don't have to change anything here. I will change only this default connection to MongoDB. And now that we added this, go to the env file and change the DB connection to MongoDB. The host is the same. The port is 27017. The database, I will call it Laravel search Mongo. So a name and username and password, I don't have any. So this will make sure to see, this will be the connection to our database. So I have 11 tables in the database. If I just restart the server, probably I will have more. I don't, so let's create a migration to create a table there then. So to create a migration, run PHP Artisan. So before I create the migration, let me remove all these previous migrations because we don't need them. So the migrations are gone, and now PHP artisan make migration, create products table. So we added the migration, and here we need to add all the values that we want our document, in this case, to have. So these products will have table string title. It will have a description, which is a text description. It will have also another string, which is an image. And the last one is a decimal of price. So let's run this migration. PHP artisan migrate. So I migrated successfully, and now I should have 12. So now I can add the schema that was just created. And this database will have two documents. One is empty, and the other one has the migration that was just run. So we successfully connected with Mongo and we run the migration. Now let's add the model. So PHP artisan make model product. Go to the app models product. So let's remove the user model because we don't need it. And instead of extending the eloquent model here, I will remove this. And this time we need to extend this Jessinger MongoDB eloquent model. And with this, we are ready to use it. So let's create some data in the database. And to do it, we have to create a factory. I will remove the user factory, and let's create PHP artisan make factory product factory. So let's go to the product factory, and here, so we have the model class here, so we have also to import it. Now let's add all the fields that we need. So the title should be this faker text of 30 characters. Description, this faker text. So I will not put anything here because I wanted 200 characters, but since that is the default value, I'll put it like this. Now let's add the image, which is this faker image URL. And the last one is a price, which is this faker number between 10 and 100. So we added everything that we need. Now in the seeders, let's call product factory. We need 50 products. Create. So let's run the command to create these 50 products. PHP artisan db seed. And we seeded successfully. Let's open our products right now. And as we can see, we created 50 products here. We can see that this is the ID of MongoDB. The columns are ordered alphabetically, and everything looks correct. Now what is left is to use these products to create two endpoints. So let's create our controller, which is PHP artisan make controller product controller. So we have the product controller here, and we will have two endpoints. So the first one is the Frontend Endpoint, and this is the simplest one, so we will just return all the products here. To return all of them, just create this function and return all of them. let's add also an endpoint for this. So to add an endpoint, go to routes api.php, and here we will add our first route get products frontend. And this will accept an array, the second parameter, which the first value is product controller that class, and the second value is our frontend method, like this. I'll remove this namespace because I want to import it here on top, so this looks cleaner. Now we added our first route. Now let's test this route. To test it, I will use Postman, so make sure to install Postman to test the endpoints. So the endpoint will be HTTP localhost port 8000/API/products/frontend. And as you can see, we are returning all the products here. So this is really simple. Now let's add the backend part where we can apply filters to our product. So let's add public function backend. And what I will do right now is I will create a variable called query, which is equal to product query. So we will filter using MongoDB query functions, and the first value that we want to filter, so the first filter is the search filter. So I will add the request here as a request, and this request will send the search value. So I will wrap it with an if condition. If s is equal to request input search. So this is the value that we will send, and I will wrap it with an if condition to check if the value is set. So if the value is set, we want to filter our products. So to filter the products, we want to apply where condition here, and we want to filter, so we want to check if the title or the description has this value inside. Unfortunately, Mongo doesn't use like MySQL does, so we have to use regular expressions here. So we'll apply a where to the column title, and the second parameter is operator, and this is a reg expression. So we'll apply a regular expression, and the third value is it should be like this. So this is the search. So we are finding all of the values. We don't care about the beginning and the end, but we want to search this value. Let's also add an or where, because they need to be using a or condition, sorry. Description, regular expressions. I'll copy this, and that's it. So let's return the result, which is query get. Let's see if this works. Let's add it to the APIs also. So this is backend, and this is backend. So this was the products frontend. Now let's call the backend, and we are getting all the products here as well, but we are not applying any filters. So to apply a filter, question mark search, and I will search with this error here. As we can see, we have less items. So we have 3 items, I guess, or 4, but we don't have a lot of items. So the search worked, and all these products have this error value there. What happens if I search using this other word? This works. How about lowercase? We can see that the lowercase doesn't work. So there is a difference between lowercase and uppercase here. So how do we solve that problem? So the actual regular expression should be different. It should be like this. So that was matching the word, but we care about uppercase and lowercase. What we want is we don't want to care about the uppercase and lowercase, and this is the actual regular expression that we want to apply. With this, let's search, and this is here. If I make this lowercase, this is also here. So we probably will have also more items, but doesn't matter. This is how the search works. Now let's add the other filter, which is the sort. So the sort, I will wrap this also with an if condition, which is equal to request input sort. And this will be very simple. Query order by price. And the value is the value that we sent, so the sort value. So with this, we can use another filter. I will remove this search here. I will add another one, which is sort. And the value is ascending. Send the request. And as we can see, the first item has a price of 15, 16, 17, 17, etc. So the price keeps increasing. If I send descending here, we can see the first item has a price of 97, 95, etc. So the sort works. Also, we can apply multiple filters here, so we can apply also the search and also the sort. So we are searching and sorting here. Now the last one is the pagination. So to paginate, first we have to create a variable per page, and I want to return 9 items per page. Second, we need the actual page that we send it, which is request input page, and we want to set the default value of 1. So if we don't send the page, we will manually set it to 1. So we got everything, and now if we want to paginate, so we have to call an offset and a limit. So I'll create a variable result, which is equal to query offset, and the offset is where it starts. So usually it is starting from 0, and I will do it like this: page -1 times per page. So if the page is 1, this is 0, so the offset is 0. So we are starting from the start. And we will apply also a limit, which is per page. So per page is 9. So we are getting the first 9 items if the page is equal to 1. If the page is equal to 2, then the offset becomes 9. So we are starting from the 9th product, and the limit is still 9, but we are getting the next 9 items. And we want to get them. In the end, we want to return the result like this. So data result. Let's see the result. So I will remove the other filters, and we got the data here, and we probably have 9 items here. I don't want to count, but I think it's returning the right result. So what we need right now is also some other meta filters. So not meta filters, meta values. One is the total. We want to know how many products are in total. So total is equal to query count. We want to call this query count before we paginate here, because if we do it here, this will be 9. If we do it here, we find how many products are if we apply to these two searches. So the total should be added here, total. We want to add the page. And the last one, which is also important, is the last page. To calculate the last page, we have to get the total divided by per page. And this needs to be an integer, so we have to apply a seal here. So we want the lowest value integer. So we added a seal, and if we send the request now, we'll see that the total is 50 items, the page is 1, and the last page is 6. So we have 6 pages that we can paginate. So page 2, we can see we are getting different results. So page is equal to 2 here. If we go to page 6, we get, I guess, less items here. And if we go to 7, we got no items here. So the pagination works. Also, we can apply a sort and a filter. Like I said, we have less items when we search and sort. So these are total of 33 items. The page is 1 and the last page is 4 this time. So we can paginate till the 4th page, which are 3 items in the, or 4. I don't want to count. So this was the search, sort, and pagination using MongoDB. I hope you liked this tutorial, and if you did, please also share it and subscribe. Thank you.